Charlamagne accuses Marc Lamont Hill of being performative.
Well, I can watch when somebody's performing. My favorite is when somebody is like on a panel or something, and they're on a panel with people who, may not necessarily agree with them. And then that person on the panel says something to your point that other person knows is going to make social media go crazy. So now they got to pretend to be they got to speak for all of social media. So then they just start performing it. That's so wrong. And this and that. Like, come on, knock it off.
Yeah, stop.
Like, stop.
On the last episode of Brilliant Idiots, Charlamagne took issue with the way Marc Lamont Hill has been conducting himself, and it almost feels like it is a rebuke of Marc Lamont Hill's new resurgence. Sure, Marc Lamont Hill's getting paid $25,000 to do speeches, but as far as him capturing the cultural zeitgeist, it seems like Marc Lamont Hill's name is as big as it's ever been. And Charlamagne took issue with the way Marc Lamont Hill was acting on Piers Morgan's show.
Say the N-word, go on.
No.
Don't
invite. No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N-word while I'm here.
Because it almost matches up word for word with what happened on that show. Someone being on the panel with other people and then reacting to something in order to get performative and take the stance of social media. I can't imagine, as a media maven, that Charlamagne isn't observing how Joe Budden was able to position Marc Lamont Hill and underpin him as the fabric of his podcast. Meanwhile, Charlamagne could have had Marc Lamont Hill seemingly for the same reason. He could have somehow got Marc Lamont Hill to be on the Breakfast Club. It's probably something he didn't even give any thought to. I mean, you should have made that call, but now Joe Budden is someone who is profiting off of Marc Lamont Hill on his podcast in ways that, Charlamagne isn't. And we also have to talk about the two-way flow of ideas between the Joe Budden podcast and the Breakfast Club. Because I firmly think that if it wasn't for the Joe Budden podcast, the Lauren LaRosa just hilarious thing doesn't play out the same way. I think those guys saw what was happening and decided to manufacture drama in the same way. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Charlamagne is being a hater? I do think Charlamagne's a hater. I know he's great at media, but sometimes to me, he just feels like he observes what somebody else is doing, and if he doesn't have control of it, he kind of throws jabs at it and has stuff to say that isn't positive. And we have to be clear, Marc Lamont Hill has said that he has Charlamagne's number and he's someone that he speaks to frequently. So maybe they are cool, but perhaps Charlamagne is also jealous of the way Marc Lamont Hill is able to talk about politics and actually sound of real value. Sometimes Charlamagne, when he talks about politics, he really don't got it. He wants to be what Marc Lamont Hill is. Be able to walk into a room with Democrats and Republicans and argue. And I know a lot of people say Candace Owens cooks Marc Lamont Hill, but at the very least, he's able to have a conversation with her, and it's not some type of kiki haha like what Joe Budden did. And he can fact check her. He can put her under the scope in ways that he cannot. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Charlotte is hating? I think he is. Only time will tell. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. Follow me on Patreon. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.